Hello and welcome, this is rooflemonger. So the NetherRealm Studios Kombat cast has aired and we have a new wealth of info about the Terminator. I'm talking, just from basic strings, specials, we know all three of his competitive tournament variations now. We have learned just basically a lot of what there is to know about this character. I gotta say, I am over the moon. There's a lot of good stuff, so hey, let's talk about it. Now, before we go over some of the specific strings, and you've seen this happening in the background right now, I do want to mention just my own thoughts on top of what they mentioned. So they did mention, he's going to be more of a brawler style character, and I gotta agree after everything they've shown. So he's definitely a character that wants to be in your face for the most part, because he naturally has lows and overheads, and I'm going to talk about the hop attacks. He has a natural overhead starter and a natural low starter. So he can basically, 50-50 from the start. And this is before any variations come into play, right? That is just such a big deal. So he's going to be pressure to say the least. He also has a command grab naturally. But anyways, okay, without gushing here, let's just talk about some of the moves as we're seeing them. So I do want to talk about some of the more notable strings I saw. And this one here is F3-2. And I might notice here, there's a bounce there. And you can combo after that bounce. So this is a meterless launcher string. You don't have to burn any bar to get a launch, you get a combo from the string. And on top of that, this string is safe on block, defying all logic and reason, right? There is one weakness though between the F3 and the 2. There is a bit of a gap, so it's flawless blockable, and also the gap's large enough you can stick a button in between. However, there is also F3-4, and the F3-4, as you can see here, the knee follow-up, no gap there, so if you try to let go of a, block and try to punish, all that kind of stuff, you're going to get blown up. So, nice little mix-up just in and of itself, so that one single basic string already incredibly strong. Also, if the first part of the string whiffs, the F3-4 is a crushing blow into a launch. Very cool and handy. Next big thing to mention here is forward 2. This is a true overhead. And this move is also special cancelable. Also has a string follow-up into a grab, and it's a true grab, not a hit grab, meaning you can block the overhead, and if you're too slow and don't react, the grab will still get you. But yeah, so a special cancelable overhead, really quick, man. This guy is gonna coin flip you pretty bad. You're gonna have to get a lot of high-low against the Terminator, to say the least. And this is, once again, this is before any variations, right? And the pre-can follow-up with the grab, if you're a little slow or you're a little, unwilling to let go of block right away, he's going to grab you as well. So yeah, man, just this alone, before anything else we're going to talk about, makes Terminator so scary. Now, once again, covering the very important normals they're showing off here first, this is indeed the uppercut, the shotgun you're seeing here. So hey, I called it. But yeah, man, this is, unless there's something they're not telling us, this is hands down the best uppercut in the game. You can't remain more low profile than never getting up from crouch, right? So the risk of getting hit by any button or losing in a trade or whatever is minimal. Another interesting and fun thing about Terminator, he is now the only character in the game that has a crushing blow off a hop attack. So his hop punch is a crushing blow if it does hit as a counter hit. As for the shotgun, so it's a pretty basic projectile. It's a high, so it's deductible from full screen, or well, anywhere on the screen, but yeah. It's not too quick, but the damage is alright. It also does more damage the closer you are, so you are incentivized to use it up close. Also, the enhanced versions, you actually choose what direction you want to do. So this move is enhanceable twice, and for each time you enhance it, you can walk backwards or walk forward. So say you got a really big life lead, right? Like, you are very much incentivized to do this and gain space backwards and, try to lame them out, right? So the fact that you can do this is pretty cool. And you can do one forward, one backwards, or one backwards, one forward, doesn't matter. But yeah, actually pretty interesting. Also has a crushing blow attached to it if it whiffs twice. And since it is a high, hey, that's kind of reasonable. His anti-projectile move is base, so it's in every variation. Does absorb an infinite amount of hits. So you can't hold it forever, but no matter what, no matter 1, 2, 3, whatever hits, it'll take every hit coming at him, so you can rest assured it's not going to lame out on you. And yes, he has a command grab, and this is a base move. Once again, so every variation is going to get it, although depending on variation it might be even better yet, right? But yeah, so he always has a command grab. So you can enhance it and just chuck a guy, or more importantly, you can enhance it and restand them and be plus frames in front of their face. And this will work on a combo ender too, so you can do your big combo, get the command grab, burn the bar, restand them. Hey, you did your combo, and you still get more pressure afterwards. So very powerful, no matter what. Once again, everybody, every variation gets this command grab. So now let's talk the competitive variations, and this is part of the first variation here, is the leap, and yes, it is indeed an overhead, and it was stated it's actually mildly safe on block, which I find interesting. You should also be able to use this to go over moves that are kind of scraping off the ground pretty easily, because he is, fairly airborne, right? So, big old overhead, and it does combo off the 4-2 right there. So, guess wrong, at minimum, there you go, that's like 20% for a bar, just for not blocking high, right? So that's pretty good and pretty strong. Once again, so this variation is just enhancing the 50-50 nature that Terminator kind of has as his base variation. And in keeping with the 50-50s, hey, that ground pound, she's a low. So you have a special move that's an overhead and a special move that's a low in this, right? And if you enhance it, it will travel across the screen. It's not instant, so it's not quite like a Jack's ground pound. But yeah, 50-50s in this variation for days. So if you want to play MKX, if you've missed that, yo, this is your guy. This is what you want. And the final move to round out this variation is the anti-air grab. Kind of shocking, considering 50-50 nature, but what this does is, give you another launcher, right? So you can enhance it, and it will ground bounce, and you get a full combo from it. So I gotta assume, as an anti-air grab, must be mildly quick as a startup kind of deal here, and you can use it in the combo just fine, as you can see here. This combo is using both command grabs, 37% mid-screen. That is not nothing. That is pretty good, right? And also, you can end the second grab for that combo is showing here into the restand, more 50-50s for days, more pressure, pressure, pressure. So yeah, this variation is just go, 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 and make you flip coins all day, on top of getting some pretty decent damage. Our second competitive variation is all about the grab. So this one has the command run. So you can also see right there, you can stop the run in the middle of it, and you get a lot of attacks from it. So this is the boot. The boot is a mid, it's very safe. And you just go from there. This guy here is a launcher. It's a high. Now, you can't really follow up with anything outside of the corner, though, just so you know. If you want your big combos, yeah, as you can see here, you're going to have to do it outside the corner. And there's a backbreaker, which we'll talk about more in a second here. And from the from the run, rather, you can go right into a tackle. And the tackle, once again, is a true grab, so no blocking it, right? So you just got a lot of offensive options from the run. You basically can enforce a strike-throw mix, If you try to jump out or something, I'm going to kick you. And if you try to just stay still and try to block, hey, then we'll get grabbed. Now let's talk the proper command grab here. This is the I'll be backbreaker. And one of the best things about this grab here is you always get to choose what side you're on. So be it the enhanced version or the regular version. So you can choose whatever it's going to be. You can always choose to dump them out left or dump them out right. Now on top of that, this also has a crushing blow attached to it. So basically, since you have 4 possible options, EX left right and non-EX left right, if you do the other 3 and then do the final of the 4th options, it will then become a crushing blow, which will then launch the enemy. And the last bit we have in this competitive variation is, hey, more grabs, right? So he has an anti-air bear hug. And yeah, he just breaks your back like he's the Iron Sheik. Also, you can enhance this move here, and once again, get a restand. So you'll be advantage in their face, and you can just do whatever you want, and they gotta block. And once again, since he has inherent 50-50 mix-ups, hey, it's gonna be extra deadly. And the third of our variations, I gotta say, my favorite one, I honestly thought for sure I was definitely gonna be, whatever the grappling one is gonna be my favorite. This is my favorite one of the 3, and that little fart cloud on Kano, that's a big reason why. So the first thing here, that move you're seeing right there is a true unblockable. You cannot block it. It does almost no damage, only 3% as you can see here, but it's a true blue unblockable. Now there's also the debuff you're seeing here. So when the yellow cloud is on the character, you cannot use meter in any way, shape, or form. So when you think on layer 1, okay, yeah, you can't use enhanced moves, so like no EX fireball or something, right? But when you get on deeper layers, that means you don't get wake-ups. No rolls, no wake up 3s, no wake up 2s. If you have that debuff on you, you just have to submit to whatever they're gonna do. So you want to do that to end any combo, and then hey, they're in your face when you wake up, and there's literally nothing you can do about it. As for his other move in this variation, I'm assuming it's going to be a 2-pointer, is the grenade. And this grenade is aimable, by the way. So it does launch, no meter needed. It'll explode after just a little bit. So once again, toss it on their wake up here, a lot of free pressure. If you do want to enhance it, it'll explode right away, and thus you get a combo right away. Now that's also off that 4-2 overhead, as you can see here. So off of basically an unseeable overhead, that's quite a bit of damage. That's like 30%, right? So that is pretty dang decent. So as both a combo starter and as pressure, fantastic move. So yeah, that's Terminator in a nutshell. I gotta say, I was hoping I'd like him, and I'm liking everything I see. I'm surprised too. I like more than just what I thought would be the grappler variation. And once again here, the 3 variations. This is a character, I think all 3 variations have a lot of merit. First one's like basically really doubling down on his 50-50 strengths. The second one is just all about the grapples. And the third one, just like insane pressure. So I think all 3 might be viable. Like, that's kind of rare in this game, right? But yeah, so overall, man, hey, thumbs up so far from everything I'm seeing from the Terminator. So once again, he comes out on October the 8th for Kombat Pack owners, because they get it a week early, and so it'll be a week later for everybody else. But yeah, man, Terminator looks pretty dang cool. So hey, when he comes out, you know to check this channel for combos and guides and all that fun stuff. But for now, my friends, that's it for the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video found you well. Go out and play some Mortal Kombat.